everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys been enjoying the content on the channel as of late. Excuse me if you hear some noises outside, people are working outside, gardeners, stuff like that. So excuse me if you hear some noises in the background for a little bit. I have to reshoot these videos because I don't know why, but my editor has been acting up again. I guess the files just became corrupted for some reason. So hopefully I'll be able to edit this video for today, and then my next video I'll be reviewing the Odyssey. So apologies for the late videos, just because my editor is just not been working right now. So hopefully it works after I record this video. We'll see what happens. But of the two videos, I feel like this is the one that people probably would be more interested to see. So I'm just gonna do this one first, and then I'll do the Odyssey review afterwards. So we're going to talk about today, of course, the big thing that happened this week, the release of the trailer for Avengers Doomsday. Now, we talked about Avengers Doomsday a little bit on this channel. I did a predictions video as well as some other stuff here and there, so if you guys want to go check out those videos, I'll leave them at the end of this video for you guys to check out. But we now have the full trailer. We had a couple of trailers previously, little bits here and there, little small teases, and now we have a full big trailer. And for my opinion anyway, it just, to be clear, I'm interested to see the movie, but in terms of just a trailer, I thought it was okay. I didn't think there was much to it outside of just pretty much establishing who is in the movie. It doesn't hit as hard as, say, like the Infinity War trailer or even the Endgame trailer to some extent. But I actually have more concerns for this movie than I do like hype, because obviously, if you guys are familiar with this production, there's been a lot of behind the scenes issues. A lot of story changes that had to be made, specifically within the context of what was supposed to be. Originally this was supposed to be a story that was supposed to evolve from Kang, the character Kang from Ant-Man and the Loki show. That was supposed to be the next Thanos. And because of things that happened with the actor Jonathan Majors, things had to change very abruptly. And now this movie has to do it has to do a hell of a lot more work, and that's my biggest worry. And this is something that I've actually talked about yesterday with my bro and with other people at work. I worry that the buildup of this movie, there is no buildup, right? With Infinity War and Endgame, there was all that buildup. There was all those films, that established, things happening, and things happening primarily in the background, where when they're brought into the forefront, they feel more weightful because we have seen them previously. Things regarding Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet, and seeing the stones every so often. To then when we get to Infinity War, it feels more substantial, right? And it feels more weightful, and also less pressure on the film itself to really establish certain elements, because those elements already have been established. With Doomsday, nothing is established right now. There is no build-up for Doctor Doom, to be introduced. So this film has to do a lot of work to establish all of that, plus, all the storylines that it's carrying over. It's gonna do a lot. We're talking about storylines with the X-Men, storylines with the Avengers, storylines with Thor, storyline with Doctor Doom, storyline with Captain America. There's a lot of stuff that this film needs to do, and I feel as though that some of it's going to be served, whereas others is just kind of not amount to much, in my specific opinion. And there's already things that this movie is doing to try to feel that its existence is valid, that I am not a big fan of. So for those who don't know, they're doing a re-release for Endgame, and in that re-release, they are actually going to be making some changes. They're adding in new footage to compensate for the existence of Avengers Doomsday. So Endgame can connect with Doomsday to some extent. And I don't like that. I don't like when we have to change things over here to make this thing exist. I think that that's a bit of, I wouldn't say necessarily a cheat, but it's on one level, it's retconning. I mean, the retconning is happening regardless. You have the Steve Rogers element, which I feel is going to be a major retcon because when we saw last in Avengers Endgame, he was at peace and he was with his wife, and he was also an old man in the present, and all of which why things are the way they are were self-explanatory. Steve Rogers went back in time, went and had a life with his wife, and it all adds up once you actually learn things about the MCU lore, like the fact when Peggy was super old. I learned this on the Kevin Smith show, actually, that when she was a lot older, she did have a husband, but because she had dementia, she wasn't able to vocalize the fact that that husband was in fact Steve Rogers. So, and then he's going through everything that's happening, not realizing that also he has children potentially out there somewhere, So, and probably the old version of him probably stayed in a home somewhere, or away from all of which that was happening in the present time with his younger self, But now we're gonna find out that he actually went on this adventure. He saved the multiverse. He did bigger things than he did in Endgame. And the choice of who he picks as Captain America is rendered null and void because it's destiny at this point in time. It's not that Steve really took the time to really consider who should be Captain America. It was because he already hung out with a future version of Captain America and just decided that that's the one that I should go with. Plus also, time is time, so I can't mess with that anymore. So there you go. So there is no real choice in the matter as much as we have to have that choice, otherwise the story doesn't line up, right? So it's stuff like that I'm not as big of a fan of, and I don't like that that's the direction this film is going. And all of this stems from just the very unfortunate event of losing out on your actor, who for my money anyway is rightfully booted off. But it just creates a lot of just doubts and a lot of just needing to figure out direction and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm still interested. Obviously, it's going to do huge. We all know it's going to do great. It's probably going to do better than Dune, which is still coming out the same day as Avengers. But it just has me worried. It just has me worried about as to how they're going to juggle everything and having to compensate for what the lack of, build up, because it was all about King. And now all of a sudden it's about Doom. So it's just, it's going to be very rocky, I feel. But that remains to be seen. But you guys, give me your thoughts on the trailer for Avengers Doomsday. If you guys have seen it, obviously you've probably seen it. It's got millions of views on YouTube already. And if you got your tickets, let me know. Let me know if you got your tickets. Me and my brother got tickets for a premium showing here. And we'll see if I can make it because I got work that day. But let me know all your thoughts relating to the Avengers trailer and everything relating to the MCU in the comment section below. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. And until then, I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.